katinig ng bayan, mainit na usapin na naman sa Senado matapos ang privilege speech ni Represor Marcoleta tungkol sa umano'y mga budget insertions. Sa kanyang pahayag, binanggit niya ang revelasyon ni Senador Panfilo Lacson na halos lahat ng senador nga raw ay may isinamang mga insertions. Mabigat ang kanyang tono. Paano nga ba nakalusot ang ganitong insertions nang hindi agad nalalaman ng taumbayan? Diretsahan niyang itinulak ang tanong. Kung noong una ay tumanggi ang Senate President na tumanggap ng anumang insertion dahil ito raw ay mali, bakit ngayon ay sinasabing normal lamang ito bilang bahagi ng regular budget process? Ang puntong ito ay nagdulot ng kalituhan hindi lang sa loob ng Senado, kundi pati na rin sa mamamayan na nagbabantay sa bawat pisong ginagastos ng gobyerno. Mariing iginiit ni Marcoleta na nais niyang malaman kung ilan sa mga proyektong ito ang talagang nailabas at paano naisagawa. Para sa kanya, hindi sapat ang simpleng paliwanag na ito'y bahagi ng proseso. Kung transparency ang isinusulong, dapat malinaw at tapat na maipakita kung saan napunta ang pondo. Mga katinig ko, ramdam natin ang bigat ng kanyang paaninindigan. Ang mga salitang binitawan niya ay sumasalamin sa pananabik ng publiko para sa malinaw na pamamahala. Hindi ito basta simpleng debate ng mga mambabatas. Ito ay salamin ng ating pangangailangan na malaman ang katotohanan. Saan napupunta ang pondo ng bayan? Sa huli, ang panawagan ni Marcoleta ay malinaw. Hindi ito tungkol sa kanya lamang, kundi sa kolektibong interes ng taumbayan. At bilang mga mamamayan, tayo rin ang may responsibilidad na bantayan ang mga isyung gaya nito upang masigurong ang pondo ng bayan ay ginagastos ng tapat at makatarungan.
On a matter of personal and collective privilege. Last Sunday, September 28, Senator Panfilo Lacson revealed that almost all senators in the 19th Congress inserted at least 100 billion worth of items in the 2025 GAA, citing that he had gathered documents showing that those were individual insertions. He said that such insertions could threaten the economy. Sinabi pa po niya, Mr. President, sa budget deliberation, pwede kong tanungin ito bakit pinayagan ito. Ang pagbusisi, lalo sa plenary, gusto kong malaman ilan ang isiningit na insertion, ang nag-release at paano na-implement. Mr. President, when former DPWH Undersecretary Cabral, as disclosed by Senator Lacson, offered insertions in the 2026 budget to the Senate President, Senator Soto boldly refused, invoking transparency and good governance. At that time, he appeared to draw a moral line that insertions were wrong. Does this mean that the Senate President never had budget insertions during all the time he served as Senator of the Republic and as Senate President for almost 5 years? Yet when it was revealed that 100 billion worth of insertions actually found their way into the 2025 budget through the Senate itself, the Senate President shifted tone and justified them as part of the regular budget process. At the start of the plenary session last Monday, he even said, and I quote, "Amendments, insertions, or whatever you want to call it, whether individual or institutional, are part of the regular budget process. These seemingly inconsistent positions have once again stirred confusion not only within this chamber, but more importantly, among our people." Just yesterday, Mr. President, Senator Lacson clarified that he did not mean to put anyone on the spot, but expressed that this is a chance for both houses to heed to the public outrage against corruption. Yet the fact remains, his prior statements have already cast doubts and shadows, not just to the individuals he alluded to, but also to the integrity of this institution. His disclosure last Sunday ended up banners of newspapers Monday morning, to the consternation of his colleagues. While a caucus was called in the afternoon of the same day to explain that it was not meant to put anyone on the spot but to heed the public outrage, it's too late in the day, Mr. President. Mr. President, the confusion is further compounded. For years, Senator Lacson made it his moral crusade to denounce budget manipulations as the breeding ground of corruption, particularly infrastructure projects like flood control. He called them humongous budget insertions that fueled waste and abuse. But then in the wake of public outrage, instead of pressing for accountability and demanding justice for past misuse, he appeared to have abruptly shifted tone. After pontificating on the evils of insertions, he suddenly got off from his hobby horse of morality and simply urged both chambers to heed the public outrage. What does this mean, Mr. President? That after all the thunder, we simply move on. This inconsistency, first condemning insertions as corrupt, then quietly moving on without demanding redress, only deepens public distrust. Are we truly committed to reform or merely staging rhetorical battles without the resolve to clean up the rat? This flip-flop erodes the consistency of our institutions' stand. Are insertions wrong or are they right? If they are wrong, why did we allow them? If they are right, why did we deny them before? Mr. President, we must confront this issue not with rhetoric, but with clarity of principle. The Senate is tasked under the Constitution with the power of the purse and the vital function of oversight. But let me ask, is oversight synonymous with budget insertions? Or are insertions merely convenient vehicles for pork and patronage? Without a clear framework, we risk reducing this chamber to nothing more than a rubber stamp of the powers that be, thereby undermining the checks and balances carefully designed by the framers of our Constitution. The so-called flood control scandal illustrates the urgency of this clarification, Mr. President. For years, billions of pesos were poured into flood control projects. Yet today, every typhoon, every monsoon rain still brings massive flooding to our communities. Where did the money go? Were the projects properly planned and implemented, or were they merely vehicles for lump sum appropriations and political accommodations? If Senate oversight means anything, it must mean exposing these abuses. But if oversight is confused with insertions, then the Senate itself becomes complicit. Instead of protecting the people from waste and corruption, we risk becoming enablers of it. This is why the rules must be clarified so that oversight is exercised as a constitutional duty, not as a bargaining chip for the insertions hidden in the budget. Mr. President, our people demand clarity. They demand consistency. Most of all, they demand accountability. The budget is not the private purse of politicians. It is the lifeblood of the nation. The flood control scandal is proof that unless we strengthen our oversight function, billions will continue to be wasted, and the Filipino people will continue to miserably suffer. I therefore urge this chamber to undertake a comprehensive review of our rules and practices on budget amendments and insertions, to draw the line between legitimate oversight and illegitimate manipulation, and to reclaim the public trust in our stewardship of their hard-earned taxes. Let us not be remembered as the Senate that equivocated on principle. Let us be remembered as the Senate that stood firm for transparency, for integrity, and for the Constitution. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Before I recognize the majority leader, I just wish the presentation of the privileged speech of the gentleman was delivered while Senator Lacson was here. But nevertheless, to answer his question of whether from my 1992 to the present have I not had any insertions, I guarantee you I have never made any insertions in the budget. Because insertions are not tolerated, and I will never do that, because when I say insertions, that means it is inserted and it is not done in second reading. You know, but it is done in second reading, and that was my explanation of the 100 billion mentioned in the newspapers. When there are individual amendments and institutional amendments and done on second reading, that is not insertion. Insertions are the ones that were done with this previous budget, which was done in the BICAM. Yun ang insertion. Malinaw yun. May kaiba yung insertion sa amendment. Amendment is legally done during second reading and approved on third reading. Ngayon, nagsabay ka na, nagpapasok ka doon, insertion yun. And I have never done that. All right? Now, the call for this Senate to be open, we have already agreed. I already told the Senate Chairman of Finance that all amendments of senators will be done on the floor. They will own what they amend, whatever it is, and we will not accept any amendment in the bicameral conference committee, for the record. And so with that, and also the manifestation.
At dyan nagtatapos ang usapan natin ngayon. Kung may gusto kang idagdag o reaksyon, i-comment mo lang sa baba. Boses mo'y mahalaga. Huwag kalimutang i-like, share, at subscribe para sama-sama nating palakasin ang tinig ng bayan. Hanggang sa susunod, tandaan, ang may alam, may laban!
Awesome!